All right, greetings all. Welcome to Super Bowl week on the Football is King podcast, at least Super Bowl preview week. In honor of that, I wore as much Chiefs gear as I could get on the screen.
I can tell you put a real concerted effort to do that.
Yeah, I'm wearing this hat. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like this hat. It's kind of a weird hat, but and I like that it's a Chiefs hat, but I don't know. The bill is like, I don't know. I feel like it's in a different spot. It feels weird when it's on my head, but I was like, you know what? I'll wear a Chiefs hat today. I wore my old AFC Champions shirt from 54. Obviously got the flag. Obviously got Taylor and Travis over here, still in love, gonna get married, have kids.
Have very tall blonde babies.
Yeah, they're gonna have, and they're probably gonna do a Jason Kelsey and have all daughters, and then they're all gonna get scholarships for college sports because freak athletes as women. So yeah, there we go. Today is a very unique Football is King podcast episode. For one, we don't have any games to talk about. I guess we can talk about the Pro Bowl weekend a little bit if we want to, but probably not going to spend a bunch of time on the Pro Bowl because no one really cares about the Pro Bowl.
I like the Pro Bowl now.
It's better. I kind of miss when punters got lit up. But that was good times.
I love watching that clip.
Yeah, it's every year when it recirculates, I'm like, yeah, Sean Taylor was a real one.
Also, that poor punter went home that night.
For sure. The other thing special about this week is we don't have anything prepared. We are completely ad-libbing. There's no script. You can thank the lovely students of Vista Ridge High School. I was out sick on Friday. And so then
COVID?
Today,
COVID?
No, no COVID, no flu. Tested for both of them, tested negative for both. I was out sick, just had like a little mild fever, so I decided not to go to school that day. Their kids took a test, came back this morning with all the sub plans, reading all the stuff. So I was running a little bit late. Then I forgot that I had a meeting during my conference period and had a meeting during that, so I didn't get any work done. So then after school, getting stuff done, staying late, being a good teacher, all these things. When a kid, decides to cheat on his test. And so then caught him cheating. So I was at school till like 5:30 dealing with that with assistant principals and stuff like that. So the moral of the story is don't cheat on your test or on anything in life because you will ruin your teacher's podcast that he likes to do with his friends.
ISS?
We'll see. He'll get some kind of punishment. I'm not in charge of the punishment. I am going to see if I can sniff out the rats, though, and see if he will turn on. I'm going to give him a solid, give him the prisoner's dilemma, and let him know, like, hey, man, not very much of a punishment if you give me some names.
If you snitch.
Yeah. So we're going to see what happens.
If you're watching this podcast, don't be a snitch.
Oh, he ain't listening. Also, this podcast will come out after I talk to him.
I was literally just thinking about this yesterday. I don't know how I never got caught cheating on tests in high school.
Dude, Jonathan and Shane would have been a menace with cheating now. With all the technology, oh my gosh. These kids
I legitimately don't know how I never got caught. Like, I would literally just have, like, a piece of paper in my hoodie pocket, and I'm
going to say, based off the classes that you were taking, that the teachers knew you were cheating, and they just didn't care.
Mom, close your ears.
Welcome, Lander High School.
There was a couple times I just have a little note card, and I just put it on the corner of my desk.
Dude, you son of a gun. You can't be cheating. That's terrible.
It was maybe like once or twice.
That and then like the girl next to me would always just like have her paper a little
on the edge
towards me.
Yeah. Yeah, now with all the smart watches and the AirPods and stuff, I mean it's just
impossible. Like how do you control it? You just don't.
I just yell at kids.
They can have their AirPods in while they take a test?
Oh, no. They can't. But, they got long hair, so you can't see. What am I going to go do? I was joking, like, what do they want me to do? Go pat down every kid before the test? It's like, I'm not doing that. I'm getting fired if I'm doing that. I ain't no way. But
so how'd this kid cheat?
He just memorized the answers, but to the wrong version. So, so it made no sense.
That sucks.
He thought he
Yeah.
really
Well, like he got caught cheating and still miserably failed that test.
He got cheating while I wasn't there. Like if I'm catching you while I'm not there, that's bad. Not
That's
ideal.
hilarious.
It was good times though. Gave me a good chuckle. All right, let's talk about the Pro Bowl before we get into the Super Bowl. I watched a couple of the events. I did not watch the actual flag football game, but I watched a couple of the events. The quarterbacks, surprise, surprise, when you have like the 12th best quarterback in the league competing in QB accuracy, it was awful.
That was the one event I watched, and it was literally like, dude, these dudes don't even know how to throw a football.
Baker was clearly the best, and it wasn't close, and that's a problem.
Jalen Hurts was so bad.
Jalen Hurts was so bad.
Dan Orlovsky outscored him, I'm pretty sure, in a suit coat.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts was bad. Who was the other? There was one guy. Tua was terrible too.
Yeah, Tua was bad.
Mr. Most accurate quarterback that Tyreek Hill has ever seen got the second lowest score. Now, how much do they care about it? I don't know, but I was really disappointed that none of them could make the 10. Like none of them were even close.
No, they were throwing like half of them would miss like 5 to 10 yards to either side.
Yeah, I'm just like, what's going on here?
Well, the snapping competition wasn't any better.
Snapping was the the only thing about the snapping though that was driving me crazy. The 5-point hole was too high.
Yeah, it's so high.
Like so many of those were great long snaps backwards where it would hit like the number 5, but it wouldn't go like into the hole. And it was like, yeah, that was a perfect like snap backwards.
Then the long snapper was just like, I'm just gonna one y'all to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I did have a question. Are quarterbacks not allowed to play dodgeball?
Probably not.
I felt like there was no quarterbacks in the dodgeball, and I felt like if you had like a Josh Allen playing dodgeball, that would be.
Well, Josh Allen didn't participate.
No, I know.
Like,
I watched him all weekend playing.
Oh, is he doing golf?
Yeah, he was playing in the Pro-Am at Pebble Beach for the second year in a row. If the NFL wants their golden boy child to play in the Pro Bowl stuff, they need to just move the Pro Bowl.
Can we just get rid of the Pro Bowl? Just get rid of it. Just call.
Yeah.
I like the events. Like
some of the events were good. But we need to make it like back in Hawaii or something that will get the best players to want to come. Because, yeah, watching Baker and Geno, I forget who the other person was from the NFC, and then like Tua, and Jalen. And then like Tua, Gardner, Minshew. Like, these guys are not Pro Bowlers. I'm sorry. Like, you're not a Pro Bowler. CJ Stroud, Pro Bowler.
Pro Bowler at this point.
Like, I still go back and watch like the early 2000s, like long ball throw. Like, I like those. I like that stuff.
Those are fine. We also need more dodgeball.
More dodgeball.
The dodgeball
quarterbacks included. I need to see some real power thrown behind some balls.
Dude, CeeDee Lamb was throwing heat.
Oh, CD does throw. Okay, but if I have to watch heat, if I have to watch Stephon Diggs drop more dodgeballs, and not be able to throw more than like a little girl can,
I do think
that's a problem.
Diggs' first throw that he threw at the beginning of that game, I was like, I think I could have thrown that ball faster, and I can't 100%. Throw things fast. I was just like,
he throws like.
Does he have? The question is, does he have small hands? Because when you're playing dodgeball, if you can't get a good grip, but you would think that as a really good wide receiver, he probably has some pretty big hands.
I mean, he dropped, dude. He dropped like 3 balls when he got hit.
This is the same situation as like when you see like this super athletic dude, and then you see him shoot a basketball. And you're
shoot a basketball,
what?
yeah.
Yeah,
like there's the most athletic. Most athletic football player play basketball, and he can't. He just sucks. He's freaking terrible.
The other thing from this weekend, and I don't know if just my YouTube TV glitched or something. Did they not air the punters?
I never saw.
The closest to the pin challenge or whatever. I never saw it. Like
I saw the closest to the pin golf challenge.
I saw that. Yeah, I did see that.
Oh, was that in the Pro Bowl? Was it golf?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
It was a par 3, and it was closest to the pin.
You know
Okay,
what the kickers did? The kickers played tic-tac-toe.
The kicker
I
won
never-
the golf. The kicker
I never
won a
saw.
golf challenge.
So I recorded it or whatever. It was like an hour and a half, the part that I had recorded. And it was like going in order. So it did the quarterbacks, then like the long snappers, and then it was supposed to be closest to the pin, and it just didn't do that. And it went to the catching the footballs all at one time or whatever. So I missed the golf one.
It was
Catching
golf.
like 3 footballs at a time.
I like that idea for I mean, it has nothing to do with football, so it's kind of weird. Like dodgeball doesn't really either, but at least dodgeball, like, you can think of like
Dodgeball's
the
fun.
athleticism. The athleticism kind of has to do with football. Closest to the pin is just like, hey, golf.
The golf threw me off, but then the punter from the Cowboys put it within like 2 feet of the pin.
Nice.
Well, the one guy, I think he was an offensive lineman, just an absolute
Dart.
beautiful golf shot.
Yeah, I mean, that's
There's
what all
a lot
these
of good golfers in professional sports.
Well, and now what you see, like you see all these guys that, Josh Allen, all these guys. If Mahomes wasn't in the playoffs right now, he'd be playing golf.
At the pro-am.
The second that they get done with the season, they're like, all right, let's go travel the world and golf.
To be fair, if I was in the NFL and I had 8-month off season, I also would travel the world.
Oh, if I had all the money in the world or whatever, first I would have to learn how to play golf. But I would. That's what I would spend my time doing.
I've always said,
pickleball.
if I become a millionaire and the second Texas drops
You need
below
way
60
more than
degrees,
1 million.
Well, no, if I become a multimillionaire, I will be every time Texas goes below 60 degrees, I will fly to the Keys and I will play golf in the Florida Keys while it's cold.
That's not, I mean, that's not cold.
I'd
60
play
is not cold.
It's cold. That's too cold. It's too cold for me.
That's fair.
I'm a bitch when it comes to the cold. I don't like the cold.
Well, you also live in a trailer, so
It's cold. I'm not in the trailer right now.
I noticed that you're not in the trailer tonight. So
I'm house sitting. I haven't been home. I've been home like once in the past 3 weeks.
who are you house sitting for? A motivational speaker? Back there in the background, you got execution, grind, hustle. Like, what the heck is going on?
That'd be my father's podcast studio right there. He's got.
Oh, look at that! Kyle's got a podcast. Who would have thought?
It's a business podcast.
Hey, good for him.
I sit around and listen to him talk about software, and I have no idea what he's talking about.
Hey, he has a better podcast setup than all 3 of us combined.
That's
He's
fact.
got freaking the sound little things back here.
So yeah, did anyone watch any of the actual Pro Bowl
Highlights.
game yesterday? Highlights.
Highlights. That's
I
it.
saw about 10 minutes of it.
Who was the best player?
I couldn't tell you that actually.
Okay, I don't know.
I know
Eli Manning was way
Eli-
entertaining.
CJ Stroud just wanted to throw it to Keenan Allen all day long.
Eli takes the Pro Bowl too seriously.
Yeah, he was having a great time.
He
Yeah,
has
he was
he has
having a
little brother
good-ass
syndrome for
time.
sure. He just wants to beat his brother so bad.
2-0.
His freestyle was quite hilarious when he freestyled and he said something on the lines of like they call Tom Brady the GOAT, but I beat him twice and everyone like lost. It
Yeah,
was so corny. What was the line? It was so funny though.
It was definitely an Eli Manning line.
I used to hate the Manning brothers. Since they retired, I'm pro comedy Manning brothers. They're entertaining people.
They're just ridiculous.
Yep.
They are pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, they are pretty funny too.
They are pretty funny. Well, we gotta find a new game to watch. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all for the Pro Bowl.
Okay,
It wasn't
I
a
like
whole
that.
lot.
I think we should get rid of it. Just do away with it. Call the players Pro Bowlers. Get away from it.
I'm
Yeah,
fine
give
with
them a
the
little give
events.
them a
I think the
little cash
flag football
bonus.
game's kind of stupid.
Give him
Just
a
send him
cash
on a-
bonus.
Send them on a week-long vacation.
Yeah. Live feed it like Bachelor in Paradise, and just have them all in one like resort and just live feed from secret cameras.
To be fair, that's literally that's the only reason the players went when it was in Hawaii, because it was a free vacation.
Free
Yeah, it was a
vacation.
good vacation to Hawaii. Also, you had like the best coaches out there, like coaching them, like Andy Reid. Man, that photo that was circulating of Andy Reid in the Pro Bowl from like 2003.
That was
He
wild.
weighed like 120 pounds less than he does right now, but
and now,
yeah,
go to Orlando. Like, what are we doing?
Well,
there?
and you're not getting coached by like good people. Like you're getting coached by Eli and Peyton for non-football things. Like you're not learning anything. Like back in the day, you could go learn from, well, not Belichick because he was in the Super Bowl, but some good coach where, yeah, he's not your coach, but they were still teaching guys things. Like they were giving, like, that's one thing I do like about the NFL. You'll see like, you'll see Kittle and Kelsey get together to work on their game, even though, they're competitors, but they want what is best for the league, right? Last year, you saw like Mahomes and a bunch of guys down and I think Mahomes and like CJ Stroud and a bunch of guys down in Houston illegally practicing, but they like found, it's obviously the loophole system or whatever. Like, yeah, that's a direct competitor to Patrick Mahomes. And he's teaching this rookie who's not even on his team, hey, here's how you play the game. Here's what you're looking for. Here's how the speed goes. So if it was more like that, I think with how good players are coming out of college now that can like come in, you could have players learn really quickly. But
all of the All-Star things have turned into jokes.
No, the NHL All-Star Game is awesome.
The NHL was fun.
NHL was good.
NBA, literally, Doc Rivers is going to be the coach. Like, Doc Rivers has been in the league for 3 games this year, and he's going to be the coach.
The NBA is dumb in all aspects. Everything about the NBA is dumb.
Has anyone seen a further fall from grace than the NBA?
Well, yeah, Colin Kaepernick.
Well, but I think like the MLB might be doing better than the NBA.
The NBA's, they're struggling. Like, it's not good.
And they got China forever, though, so why do they care?
But that's why they're struggling in America. Like, you know why the NFL does really well? The NFL, like, main person that watches is a white American drinking really shitty, cheap beer. Whereas the NBA, you don't have, like, I don't know many 60-year-old men in our community that are like, oh, yeah, I watch every NBA game of my team. Like,
No,
both of my dads hate the NBA. My stepdad and my father hate the NBA.
My father also hates the NBA.
Okay, but here's the thing that the NFL has that NBA doesn't is you have parity. The NBA, if you look at scorebooks, probably 8 out of 10 games a night are going to be a blowout.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. In the NFL, yes, you were going to have teams that lose consistently, right? The Bears are a great example of that. And this year the Panthers were terrible. They were awful. However, yes, did they get blown out some weeks? Sure. But a lot of weeks they played teams close.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like whatever. You look at like right now the Detroit Pistons are 6-43.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Which is terrible. And their average difference is they lose by 10 points a game. On average, they lose by 10.
I also think it's like, I think there's a lot to do with fan bases. And like, so football, what is it, 18 games? 17 games?
So 17 games, 18 weeks.
18 weeks. All right. The NBA has 82 games, right? Full season.
Yep.
The reason baseball can have that many games is because you have diehard baseball fans. Like diehard, like Yankee fans, diehard Boston Red Sox fans.
Ooh.
Like, there's not, like, I know diehard Ranger fans that have season tickets and want to, like, watch every single game. I don't know many people that are like, I watch every single Dallas Maverick game ever played, but I know plenty that watch every single Ranger game.
I used to watch.
Yeah, I still will never take baseball seriously when they play some of their playoff games start at 2:00 in the afternoon on a work day, so no one is watching that game. Like, I'm sorry, you cannot have a playoff game start at 2 p.m. on a work day and have me take you seriously. That's
The
just
other
a thing.
thing with the NBA,
I'm just saying, lifelong fans, the NBA doesn't have.
yeah, but
For sure.
the league has killed those fans. Like I even identified this a little bit where like growing up, it was Tim, Tony, Manu. Didn't matter who was coming around them. You have your cast of players around them, but you'd always have the guys that were always there. Tim, Tony, Manu. Now next week, Kevin Durant will probably play for the Denver Nuggets.
Oh yeah, everyone's played on 1,000. Everyone's played on 1,000 teams, and did they really even play? Because they sit out 60% of the games.
Did you see the Brooklyn Nets did a tribute video to Kevin Durant? What did he ever do for Brooklyn?
He played what, 60-something games?
If that, didn't even make playoffs.
Well, and they lost in disappointing fashion in the playoffs every year.
I mean, they did terrible, and they gave him a tribute video.
Did they give one to Ben Simmons as well? Is he still playing?
Oh, he got
I don't know.
booed. Oh, he got booed.
Is he still playing in Brooklyn?
He's playing there.
He's in, yeah. He got booed in Philly last night.
That's fair.
To the extent that the guy also didn't take a single shot and played 25 minutes.
Also, I mean, you got I don't know, the NBA also just has so many like annoying characters now. Like I can't stand watching James Harden. I also do not like Embiid.
They have a superstar problem.
They have a superstar problem.
They have a
But
superstar problem.
I will say this.
No one likes their stars.
Watching the best of the best in NBA has always been and always will be so impressive. As someone who is very bad at basketball, watching Kevin Durant just make shots with fantastic defense against him and it just going in all the time, I'm just like, that's just super impressive to me.
Well,
but I don't want to watch it.
That's my view on LeBron. Is like LeBron's turning 40. What he does is unbelievable.
Yeah,
but then you watch like Luka, and you're like, it's almost every time he gets the ball, he's going to score. It doesn't matter what you do to him, he's finding a way to score. And so the best are great, but you're like seventh guy on the team is almost unwatchable.
Yeah.
It's legit. Josh Green is unwatchable for the Mavericks. He's unwatchable. He's terrible.
I'll watch the NBA again if they bring in some good defense. That's what I want.
That does not.
I'm tired of actually as of right now. It's 8:30 p.m. Central Time. The scores are 114 to 112. So there you go. That's fantastic. Oh, the Lakers beat the Hornets 124 to 118. The Cavs beat the Kings 136 to 110. The Mavericks beat the Sixers 118 to 102. Like all these games go over 100 points for both teams. And that's not exciting to me anymore. Like I know that that's maybe more exciting than the like 80 to 78 kind of game. I would like more. I would like more scoring than that. But like, give me like the low 90s, high 80s instead of the like 136 points is ridiculous.
It's you're scoring on every possession. It feels like.
Look, I'm biased totally, but the last true basketball team to win an NBA championship was 2014. 2014 was the last true basketball team to win a championship. That's not far-fetched either. You can say that's a wild take. That is not.
Denver Nuggets won 2 years ago.
Yeah, Denver was.
Yeah, but
Denver was a legit basketball team. Like
2014 Spurs would beat the Denver Nuggets.
Well, okay, that's just saying quality of team. That's not saying that they're a real I would say Golden State before they got Kevin Durant was a good basketball team. It's a basketball team. Draymond played great defense. Like they had the piece. They had their trio.
You gotta give Golden State their flowers here. Like
it ain't Valentine's Day. I ain't got to give no one flowers.
They won a title without Kevin Durant. Also, like they went on and won another title when they should have been out of it in the first place.
Hate them.
I stand by what I said.
That's fine. You can hate them, but you can also say that they are great, or they were great. Maybe not anymore.
We owe the Golden State Warriors a debt of gratitude for not letting LeBron have his own air. LeBron. It's not LeBron's air. It's Steph's air. Golden State's here.
I think that Golden State is responsible for the downfall of the NBA also.
I do too.
Well, that's because everyone thought they could be Steph Curry, and not everyone can shoot like Steph Curry.
All right, we've been over this on this podcast before. Easy fix, NBA. Let the teams draw their own three-point line.
That'd be awesome.
They gotta set it. Gotta set it at the beginning of the year. They're not allowed to change it. So let Golden State put it 40 feet back and let Steph just go to town.
Yeah, I mean, baseball basically do it.
Yeah, baseball, you get to set your own. Hey, we got a bunch of lefties, so let's hit it into right field at the New York Yankee Stadium where the fence is 2 feet off the ground.
Yeah, and it's only 150 yards.
Yeah, it's like, all right. So there you go. All right, that's enough basketball. Shane, we talked about the Pro Bowl. We're not going back to it though.
I literally did not watch 1 ounce of it, so
perfect. Let's talk Super Bowl. No script, so let's just whatever you want to talk about the Super Bowl. Actually, let's start here. Turf controversy 2.0. San Francisco's already crying. They're already crying.
To be fair,
we are
the Chiefs are practicing at the Raiders facility, and the 49ers get the UNLV facility.
Luck of the draw, right?
Hey, I'm sorry, San Francisco. If you can't get the Raiders to not give it to their division rival, sucks to suck.
That's what I'm
like.
How did that work out?
Like the Raiders gave us.
There had to be a reasoning.
I bet it was
the
a
Chiefs
home
are the home team,
It's
right?
a home and away
Chiefs are the home
thing
team.
because that's how it works in every sport. It's a home and away thing.
Yeah, Chiefs are the home team, which I am very upset about. I really wanted to be the away team. I wanted to wear white, but that's fine.
I do have a question.
You're telling me if Mr. Davis didn't, or I don't know if he gets the Mr. Davis tag, but you're telling me if he didn't want the Chiefs to be at his facility, there's a way he could have stopped it. I guarantee you there's a way he could have
My question is, why are they replanting does UNLV not have grass? Like, why are they replanting sod right before they get
dormant right now. It's probably dormant right now.
I mean,
probably
surely we could figure out something.
The grass situation in the NFL makes no sense. There are literal Premier League teams playing in England where it's negative 85 degrees on a daily basis, and they have grass.
And they have nice grass. As someone who got to walk out on that grass in last March, that is some nice grass. That's the grass that Austin Faworski should have got paid to take care of. He would have made a bank.
We gotta figure out the situation with the grass.
Yeah, but I love the fact that they're already complaining.
And Roger Goodell was basically just like, yeah, it's a little softer than what they're used to. They can get over it.
Yeah,
my
not
thing
a health
is,
issue.
If I'm Shanahan, I'm telling my team we look like real baby dolls right now, and you know what? We're supposed to be San Francisco is supposed to be this tough-nosed team. You know what I mean? And right now they sound.
Tell that to their 21st ranked rushing defense.
Yeah, but
For
that's
all the hype they get about being tough. They get run over quite a bit.
I'm not going to argue that, but I'm just saying that's what they're supposed to be, and they sound like pretty weak right now.
Oh, I mean, everything that they have said so far is weak. Bosa came out and cried that we hold a lot. Their owner came out and said that all he remembers from the Super Bowl was that Bosa was held on 3rd and 15. All they have done in anything so far is cry.
Also, at this point in the season, you're a week away from the Super Bowl. It's not like you're going out practicing full speed. There is no way you are. Yeah. It is probably a glorified walkthrough every single day.
That's what I think it is.
That'll be a lot of
jog.
walkthroughs.
It's you're not doing nothing but jogging.
It's probably just
no pads.
Probably just a bunch of memes.
Yeah, but they don't even.
No pads. A lot of game planning. A lot of situation walkthroughs.
Yeah, but even if they're game planning or running plays, they are not running these plays at full speed.
No. There's no way you run full speed. I would not allow Christian McCaffrey to run full speed and cut at all this week. I'll be like, bro, you're not cutting.
While we're on McCaffrey, I actually haven't looked this up, but I meant to. So at the end of their last game, he picked up a neck injury and didn't play for 2 drives. Is he fine?
I would
no one talking
imagine.
about it.
I would imagine
See,
even if he's not fine, he's not saying anything.
No.
And-
I'm not saying that he's not going to play. He's obviously going to play, but
and he's going to be drugged up.
like,
pretty
is
soon.
there is there a chance that he gets banged up real early if he takes a bad shot?
Sure hope not, because I've got him over
Man, Debo.
8 yards.
Debo will be okay. Yeah, he's not on any injury report, so he should be fine. Let me say that I realize that as a Chiefs fan that could have sounded like I wanted McCaffrey to be injured. I don't. I want the 49ers best shot.
No excuses.
I do not want to listen for another year if the Chiefs win, which I think that it is possible. I think that I will not be surprised if either team wins. I think both teams are very good. Should be a close game. If the 49ers win, I'm not going to be sitting there like I'm shocked. We should have definitely crushed them.
I think Austin just jinxed his team.
Why?
No,
Because every week you're so negative about your own team.
Oh, no. You know who I'm betting on. You know where I'm betting. It's not even close.
What is the spread?
2.5 right now.
Austin has always been the type of person with the Chiefs is I want your best shot because I don't want any question.
Well, no, this year has been ridiculous. Eagles players are still complaining about it, and it's ridiculous.
But when's the last time Austin came out the week before a game and said, "I think we can win"?
Never.
Like, no. The past 4 games, Austin's like,
No.
we're losing.
I said we could beat the Dolphins. I didn't think we would, but
I'll give you that. But the other games, we're losing. We're not winning this game. If I was you, I'd bet against us.
Hey, but I
will agree with that. I would, if I was you, I would bet against us.
He has reached the point in fandom, because like for the first championship, I would be like, I don't care if I'm playing an elementary school team. I want this championship. But once you get a couple in there, you want to cement the legacy, and that's a good point.
The only reason why I want it now is not for any of those things. It's really just because of the past year and the Eagles fans and the players just being ridiculous. And I want the refereeing to be good because I'm tired of hearing from my kids every day about how the Chiefs get all the calls, even though they're one of the most penalized teams in the NFL.
Patriot fans were going through for 20 years. They're like, can this just go normally so we don't have to listen to these?
No controversy, please.
Yeah, that's fair. So I want it to be a good game. I want the Chiefs to win, obviously. I want Shanahan to screw up in the fourth quarter so bad. That's what I want. Because I just love it all year, every year. It's just a constant, just ESPN is just sucking Shanahan off all year long. And every year he makes a mistake. And then I want it to happen again.
I really hope it comes down to the last drive of the game.
That would be awesome. What I do not want overtime. I can't take it. I would die.
I kind of want it just.
I
kind of want it
so bad.
No, because it still hasn't happened yet. But we have the stupid overtime rule.
Austin will lose his
mind. All right, let's make a vow right now. Blake Shane, if we go into overtime, no responding to Austin's text, let him feel it out. Let him just fill up the text.
I'll be sending you 1,000 messages unresponded. I don't care.
Here's what I hope for other than overtime. I want there to be a fumble in the end zone so everyone can tweet.
Oh, no.
Worst rule in sports. Yeah.
2 lead to overtime.
Yeah.
2 lead to overtime.
The Chiefs were going to win it. Kadarius Toney fumbles it through the back of the end zone. No time on the
back of the end zone. Goes into overtime.
No time on the clock.
I really don't want that for obvious reasons, but also I do think someone would kill Kadarius Toney. Like, actually go kill him.
He's not going to play, is he?
No, but if that happened, right, and he's going to score, and he reaches and fumbles out of the end zone, some idiot Kansas City fan or Swiftie, maybe even a Swiftie, would go and legitimately murder Kadarius Toney, and I don't want that.
Yeah, you can't ruin the perfect proposal opportunity for 2 superstars.
Yeah, we don't need.
Toney really did himself dirty by being like, the Chiefs are lying about me being injured, all this stuff. Like, brother, they were trying to protect you.
Well, then he came out like yesterday and said that it was cut, and that's not actually what he said. And it was just like, dude, didn't you post it?
That's because
I thought he posted it.
the Chiefs HR, he did. He was on live, I think. The Chiefs HR guys were like, Kadarius, we were trying to help you out by maybe getting you a contract next year by saying you were injured, not that you're just bad at football.
Hey, I'm not a big Kadarius Toney fan, but he has a special place in my heart because he won us a Super Bowl last year, and that's all that matters.
He's just kind of dumb a little bit.
He is a little dumb, and he's not very good.
He looks crazy when he's on the field.
Yeah, all the guys, like Lamar Jackson does it too, or whatever, wearing the overhead ski cap kind of thing with the face. It makes you look bad. It's not a good look.
No, it makes you look like a skeleton kind of.
It's a good look if you've got your helmet on. It's not a good look when you take the helmet off.
Yeah, but he looks crazy.
All right. What else has been going on in the Super Bowl news?
I have a question, Austin.
Yeah,
you
have a question.
Super Bowl related.
Okay.
Does it play a role in Patrick Mahomes' performance that his dad's facing prison time?
That's actually
That's a legit question, dude. All right, so legit.
Probably not. Probably not.
No. Let's just do it like this. All right, because I thought about this today. I don't know if my dad has cameras, and my dad definitely doesn't watch our podcast. But when my dad went to jail last time and he was facing prison time, I was fucking terrified. And that's all I could think about was like, oh, dude, like.
Yeah, but you
what
don't
if
have
he
$500
goes away?
million to hire the best
But
lawyers
it's
in the
still
world.
your dad, dude. It's still something that's on
His
your
dad-
mind. It's on your plate.
Yeah, but you know what? Mahomes plays best when the adversity is going on, so maybe he'll play better.
It would legit make my day, though, if it not my day. I would have found it very funny if his dad got the DWI in San Francisco. That would have actually been fucking hysterical.
Where was he?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
I do think that Patrick Mahomes has the mentality trait, not quite as bad as Jordan did. Like, he's obviously, no one has ever reached the mental state that Michael Jordan had. He was a legitimate psychopath.
Kobe was close. Kobe was close.
Nah, I feel like Kobe was a little more humble, but whatever, it's fine. Kobe for sure. Patrick Mahomes has that. You're saying something, so I am going to walk on this field and I am going to punch you in the mouth.
He's a winner.
He's a winner, and so now everyone's saying all these things. San Francisco is doing the thing where they talk all that smack, which is what every team has done, and that's what the Chiefs are taking notes of all the things that they're hearing on NFL media. I guarantee you that the Chiefs are looking at the fact that every single mock draft has the 49ers picking 32nd, meaning that they think that the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl.
I just want to know, does it play a mental aspect?
Guys, the mugshot of his dad literally looks like
it's bad.
Point proven his dad is a crackhead.
Yeah, he should be like at the corner of a gas station drinking like a Mad Dog 2020 or something.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, you could go back to last year, like season 1 of our podcast, second episode, and I believe I said Patrick Mahomes' dad looks like a crackhead. I also said it again when we had the argument of having the white versus black Pro Bowl. I said Patrick Mahomes plays for the black team because his dad looks like a crackhead.
His dad, the look of him, this has nothing to do with anything but how his physical appearances look. His dad's look is why I carry a firearm. Because if I was walking down a dark alley and I saw him, I'd be like, this crackhead is going to try and steal my lunch money and I need to shoot him. He is the reason I carry a firearm.
The real question here is Ja Morant or Patrick's dad worse? Is T. Morant worse than Patrick Sr.?
Patrick Sr. is
T. Morant is worse because he instigates stuff on the sidelines of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but like appearance wise, like out in the street, like
T. like Usher.
Yeah,
To be
T was
honest,
psychotic.
I bet you Patrick Sr., Mr. Mahomes, was probably not harming anyone. He's probably had a freaking oldie. He probably had an oldie in the cup holder. He had his
It says, yeah.
Shane,
Until
driving
he hits
intoxicated.
someone.
I'd say driving intoxicated is bothering people.
Until it hits.
until only if you crash. Only if you crash is it.
It's a
bothering
victimless
anybody.
crime until you kill a family.
Yeah,
You're correct.
Hey,
It's
Shane,
perfectly
to
fine.
your credit, the news story does say he had an open container of beer in the vehicle.
I've seen this guy
That's
in a
a
trailer
ticket.
park
He's
all
facing a
over the
felony.
United States. That guy is every person I've seen in a trailer park wherever I've worked.
No. I understand what you're saying, but
he
he didn't get
dabbles in
arrested
crack
for an open
cocaine.
container. He got arrested for DWI, which means
Oh,
he
yeah.
was over the limit.
Yeah, but he was just drinking on his way home. He already got drunk. He was just trying to get home, enjoying a beverage, and he wasn't harming nobody. You know,
If he hits someone, he does.
that's when you get arrested. That's when we should arrest him.
That's when you're Henry Ruggs.
Yep. No, but his dad definitely does crack cocaine, and he, good for him.
Allegedly.
He's
Allegedly.
got a lot. He's got a lot of money to do it if Patrick is helping him out.
I was just
Man, if I was Mahomes, I'd be so mad.
I was just thinking about that was part of what I thought is I was like, man, if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, dude, all you have to do is not get arrested this week. Like, if you want to get arrested after I win a Super Bowl, by all means, whatever, dude. You're a grown man. You had to do it the week of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If I was Pat Mahomes, I'm going to my dad and I'm going to Jackson and I'm being like, here's 10 grand, here's 10 grand. If you have any other legal troubles, that's it. You got 10 grand.
Yeah.
That ain't enough.
No, if I was Patrick Mahomes, I'd sit my whole family down and be like, I'm tired of being embarrassed by all you fucking morons.
Yep.
The next person that embarrasses me is no longer allowed around me, my family, my team, my money. You're no longer a part of my family. You're out.
What happens if it's Brittany?
Yeah, I mean, I'd go to Grace Hunt. That's an easy fucking solution. He should have done that before he married that psycho.
Look,
You're telling me you're the best No. You're telling me you're the best quarterback in the league, and you settle on Brittany, and your best friend, who's the best tight end ever, and he gets fucking a billionaire Taylor
I would
Swift.
say you're on the wrong
bro.
trail. You're on the wrong trail.
fucked
It's
up.
not Grace Hunt. You go get like one of Taylor's good friends, like Selena Gomez or someone like that. That's
Ooh,
also just got the
Selena.
money and things.
That would be
Jackson has been pretty tame this year, though. I haven't heard anything
That's
about
because
this.
he's
Jackson
facing a
is-
felony charge too.
Yeah, Jackson is hidden in a closet somewhere.
They got dropped.
Literally,
in more
he's in
than
the
one
closet.
way, Austin.
He's in
In
the
more than
closet,
one
yeah.
way.
Thank you guys for explaining the joke. That makes it funny. Everyone loves it when you explain the
It
joke
was
to 'em.
funny. It was funny.
Yeah, and then you
dude,
ruined it. So thanks.
Jackson is going to be cellmates with his dad by the end of 2024. It's going to be amazing.
Surely that's illegal, right? Surely
No, you can't
got-
be cellmates with your
I
family.
was like,
I
surely
don't
you can't be
think you're allowed
cellmates
to
with
do
a
that.
family member.
I don't even think you're allowed to be in the same prison.
Look,
Oh, that's kind of annoying because then it makes visitation way easier if you're in the same prison.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think if you're both in prison, I don't think it's about visitation.
like,
I love where these conversations go.
could you imagine Patrick's got to go to 2 different prisons on the same day to visit? It's like I could just do it all in one. 2 things at once, people. Have we
I bet
learned
you
nothing from the NFL this year? 2 things at once.
Seniors
I bet
at
you
Rutgers Island and his brother's over here in like a small little detention center in Iowa.
Hey, I bet you they got Zoom now for them inmates.
All right, let's get back onto the football. There's really not much more to talk about, but let's talk gambling because you want to talk about a degenerate gamblers like heaven. It is the Super Bowl. I'm just sitting over here scrolling FanDuel.
Oh,
Let's gamble on some Gatorade colors, baby.
You can gamble on anything that your heart desires, and let me tell you,
it's gonna be yellow.
we have some locks.
Oh,
We have some absolute locks. Shane texted us a parlay. I don't remember what the odds were, but they're pretty great.
plus
plus 1700? Yeah, plus 1,700. I got a plus 700 parlay that is a guaranteed winner. I'm actually surprised that that's what the odds are for my parlay because I did some alternatives and I'm like, this seems easy.
I'm getting on here right now.
I'm gonna look up some prop bets.
Here, I'll start us off. Oh, Shane, you start us off. Let's go plus 1,700 to start.
Oh, you want to know it? I went to a deep dive on my bookie in South Africa, and so the plus 1,700. We got L'Jarius Sneed over 4.5 tackles and assists. Chris Jones over a half a sack. George Kittle over 48.5 receiving yards. And Brandon Ayuk 5+ receptions.
The only one I don't like on that is the Ayuk 5+ receptions.
I don't like the Kittle one. The Kittle one is a coin toss.
I think Kittle will
Kittle either gets 80 or he gets 0. That's just how Kittle's game is. Either he gets like those 2 plays where he somehow is wide open and he gets like 80 yards, or he gets nothing all day because he doesn't get a lot of targets.
I thought about leaving the Sneed one out and doing a straight bet for him and busting it up to like 6.5 tackles or assists because I think he's going to have a huge game. So I was like, that seems like a good little bet right there.
Yeah, but when Sneed has a huge game, the other guy doesn't catch the ball, so he doesn't get tackles.
Well, that's true.
He gets PBUs. But I mean, I think that's a winner right there. I'm not guaranteeing. I wouldn't put that in the lock category at plus 1,700. But
putting it in the lock.
It's good.
Chris Jones over 1/4 of a sack plus 122.
That's crazy.
And I will say that's actually a pretty decent bet because the Niners the interior offensive line has struggled.
He just has
to
sack.
Yeah, while we're on the topic of
you gotta put a finger on him.
Also, he probably has $1 million on the line again because he probably gets another $1 million for winning the Super Bowl. And everyone knows when Chris Jones has got $1 million on the line, that's a man on a mission right there. While we're doing like some actual analysis on these things.
Hey, look. I got another good one for you, Austin.
Okay.
This is definitely not a lot. It's actually probably the stupidest bet I made today. But if a guy that hasn't scored a touchdown all year that I could see old Shanahan pulling an old trickster on is old Kyle Juszczyk. You can get him at scoring a touchdown for plus 800. I put $5 on that.
I figured I'd be like plus 1,700.
Yeah, I like that one. Juszczyk, they love to give him the ball in the big moments. What I was saying before Shane cut me off. Come on, Shane. The thing that I am worried about when it comes to the Chiefs is Charles Omenihu tearing his ACL, and now we have our rookie defensive end who has not played since week 6, basically, going up against Trent Williams. That's probably not good.
Yeah, but that's just one guy. You'd be all right.
Yeah, but you might watch the 49ers just run the ball to the left on every play for the entire game.
How many yards do you think Rashee Rice gets?
Yeah, I just saw one that I liked.
Speaking of Rashee Rice,
I would say 60 plus if you could do
I saw a video of him leaving his
alternative spreads.
To go to the airport.
Oh, that was
the kids were like waving him to the airport.
Did you see the comments?
No.
Bunch of people. You think he's the only brother in that neighborhood? Because he was all white kids, out there.
I saw a bunch of people saying that it was creepy that they knew where he lived, and it's like, dude, they're his neighbors. They're neighbors. I was like, tell me that you're from like New York or Philly or something, and not from the Midwest.
They're neighbors. Like, what do you expect?
Aaron Rodgers lived in a 2,500 square foot house in Green Bay with no gate or nothing,
in a normal neighborhood.
In a normal neighborhood, and people used to see him grocery shopping.
And
it's
Rashee
not
Rice
New York or LA, it's different.
Making butt ton of money.
No, look at the neighborhood he's in. It's not like he was in some highfalutin area. It's nice houses.
It looked decent.
Yeah, there's nice. They were nice houses.
He's probably in Olathe.
Olathe, Kansas.
Kansas. Shout out Olathe, Kansas. Shout out Uncle Mike over there. Good job. All right, so this is why the Super Bowl is great. Obviously, we can bet on things like a coin toss.
a couple years ago, I betted on what was going to be the sex of the first interracial couple showed in a commercial. Were they going to be man, woman? I dabbled $5 on it was going to be a black man. No, crud. It was some gay stuff though that I bet on because I figured
No. You can bet,
but I can't remember
Gatorade colors.
Gatorade colors. You can bet any player to score an octopus, which is always a good one.
I'm voting Debo
Oh,
for
that is.
octopus. Debo's getting octopus.
That's a good call that's a good shout for an octopus for sure. Or McCaffrey, I think would be the obvious one.
I think I was one off last year of an octopus. I think
someone did score an octopus.
No, there was one last year.
This is a new one to me. I've never seen this before in my life. Fastest offensive ball carrier recorded according to Next Gen Stats.
Oh, great. We gotta trust
it includes you lose
as much as I trust Pro Football Focus.
You lose if they are not carrying the ball, so it's not just like a receiver running a route, and it includes kick and punt returns.
Oh. Well, the only problem with the kick return is it's just dead at this point.
What is there?
I'll say that's saying if it. Yeah.
What are the options? What's the line?
Also,
23 and a half.
So the best odds is plus 790 for Rashee Rice.
What's the time?
So you're just trying to pick one that the guy just breaks loose.
He needs a breakaway.
Yeah, and Rashee Rice leads the league in yards after catch, so he's usually the person that's running the fastest. So that's why he's probably the odds-on favorite.
Get him on a hitch and go or a post or something.
Let's see. Players to have the most yards after catch from a single reception is also there. Players to have the longest air yards from a single reception. All of those are brought to you by Next Gen Stats. So yeah, I'd never seen anything like that before. I like that we're getting the stats in the game.
Yeah, we're getting deep.
Here, I got some on my bookie. These are good. They're player odds over plus 5,000. So you got
those are good ones.
You got
Rashee Rice to have 8 touchdowns.
Patrick Mahomes 320 plus passing yards. Rashee Rice 10 plus receptions. And Travis Kelce 125 plus receiving yards at plus 51 hundo.
Well, if that happens, the Chiefs are going to win 85 to
I would be a fan of that one. That's a good one. I'm seeing something here which is also something I've never seen. This one actually surprised me. All right, this bet, final score to have occurred as a past Super Bowl final score.
Oh, for sure that's going to happen. There's 50 of them.
So the yes is not the favorite. No is the favorite. And it's like a big no is minus 590. Yes is plus 410.
We're talking a super gummy?
Yeah, it's just a super. It's not a total. It's not a scoregami. You can bet that it will be a scoregami at plus 2,500. The no is minus 10,000.
Yo, this is the most disrespectful prop bet you can have. Think about what I just told you 8,100 was. This is plus 9,000. Kadarius Toney to have 2 touchdowns.
That's just throwing money away.
That is the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Because he's not playing.
Yeah, because he's not playing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm taking the odds are yes that the scores are the same from a past Super Bowl for plus 410. The odds on that are incredible. How often is there a new score?
I would take the yes on that one.
It happens.
That's just a little sprinkle
so
bet, though. That's a couple bucks.
Side note on betting: did y'all see the guy that was betting on the Pebble Beach Pro-Am this weekend? And when they canceled on Sunday, he parlayed the top 10 to all finish in the top 10, $100 to $1 million. Then they canceled the event.
No.
So I doubt he gets it paid out, but
he probably gets his money back though.
Probably.
All right. We'll go through a couple other things, but here's I got a locked in parlay. It's guaranteed. Okay. Plus 700. Pacheco touchdown.
Yep.
He scores every week.
Yep.
Mahomes over 25.5 rushing yards.
Oh,
Mahomes in big games always takes off. Plus,
I was gonna
Chase
say.
Young and Bosa just run right by him on every play, so he'll just step forward and run. Kelsey with 6+ receptions.
I would take that one.
Okay, so I picked 3 things for the Chiefs, and then now I picked 3 things for the 49ers.
Got lay a 6 leg and it's only plus 700. I mean, that's pretty. Good.
Yeah, you take things that are gonna win. McCaffrey 60+ rushing yards. Purdy 1+ touchdown, and Kittle 25+ yards.
I like that.
Somehow
Little 6-legger guaranteed parlay.
it's going to lose.
Yeah, it's always the last leg too. So
McCaffrey will have like 59.
No, it's going to be Kittle. Kittle won't get 25. He'll get 24.
Yeah.
And there'll be a dispute of like a spotted ball and it's from a yard.
Hey, you know what? That's fine. Mark Kittle short a yard every time, NFL referees, please. Some other things that I decided to sprinkle some dough on. Pacheco to have 30 yards each half, plus 200.
30 yards each half?
Yeah, plus 200. I like that.
Obvious.
Both teams to have a touchdown in both halves, plus 114. That one always fails. That one fails every single time. But you know what? It's going to happen. Pacheco and McCaffrey combined 150 yards, minus 220. The guy that I like the best odds for a touchdown is Deebo Samuel at plus 140.
What's McCaffrey at, like minus 220 or something?
Oh, he's probably minus 310. He's been at minus 310 for like weeks in a row. Minus 220.
Oh, right on the money.
Here, how does this make any sense? 3 straight scores by either team. Yes is a minus 157 and no is a plus 120. Shouldn't that be flip-flopped?
Wait, 3 straight scores by either team?
Yeah.
What was the no?
Is that saying like the Chiefs score, then the Niners score, then the Chiefs score?
No, you have to.
The wordage is 3 straight scores by either team. So that would be
Chiefs have to score 3 consecutive. They're not 3 consecutive times, but they got to score 3 consecutive without the Niners scoring.
No, I'm taking it as you take the 2 teams together and they have 3 consecutive drives. That's
what I'm taking.
I think that's more rare. I think it's harder that way.
Yeah, because how often do you see?
That's an oddly worded bet there.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's one of those things where you can get. Oh, here we go. Look at this. The jersey number of the first touchdown scorer.
She would. Well, dinner's
Win.
It's over under 19.5. So who is under 19.5 that could score?
Quarterbacks,
Pacheco,
running back.
Pacheco. So Pacheco, Mahomes, Purdy, Debo. No, Debo's 19. No, McCaffrey's 23.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
Debo, Ayuk, is he 11?
What's Rice?
Rice is 4.
4.
Yeah, so I guess
MVS is 11. So I guess there's more than I thought.
Taylor Swift lipstick color is at minus 1,000.
It's red.
it's gonna be
Red, yeah.
It's always red.
I mean, that's a lock. I know you don't get good odds there, but you bet that.
Does not show cleavage at minus 300 or shows
She has
cleavage
none.
at plus 200.
She has
She always wears a sweater.
It's also a loaded question.
I don't even know where. I do not see any of these.
Yeah.
This is on my bookie.
Yeah, my bookie has got. Oh wait, I can bet on Super Bowl 2025 already.
That
Ooh,
girl ain't
Jason-
got no boobs.
Shirtless during the game, minus 175.
No, that's
or
well.
plus 135.
What considers during
no.
the game? Because if they win the Super Bowl, but the fourth quarter has ended, that should be still a no in that case in my brain. I don't think he will take his shirt off during the game. I think if they win the Super Bowl, he will be shirtless on the field.
Shane, where did you find this? I was looking for that.
Just go down on like the side where you click NFL Super Bowl. Taylor Swift to become pregnant in 2024 is no minus 1,300 or yes plus 550.
I mean,
Oh, putting it 5, baby.
I mean, these guys can just shut up. Don't disrespect Taylor that way. We do not do that. All right.
Getting knocked out.
Let's talk about our normal gambling scenarios while we're doing this. We'll go around the horn. The line as of right now is 2.5 to the San Francisco 49ers, and we have the over-under at 47.5. We all know I will be taking the Niners minus 2.5 because that's just how things work here. I also would lean at 47.5 to the under. I don't know.
I'm taking the Chiefs because I will never bet against Patrick Mahomes. I also lean the under. I think it has
Super Bowl to go under, boys. I'm taking the over.
I think this has potential to be like a 20-17.
I think it's gonna be a super run-heavy game too. I think there's gonna be a lot of running by both teams.
What's the over/under set at again?
47.5. So you're looking at a 24-23 game if you're looking at under.
I am taking the Chiefs money line, obviously, and then I'm going to say the over.
Chiefs money line plus 110.
I already took
not
it.
ideal. It's not great, but honestly, I would expect that to be more of like a plus 120, plus 130 kind of thing. But whatever.
I'm betting the Chiefs money line as soon as they go down 7-0.
That is a smart man.
See, the thing is, though, in my theory of how this game goes, which we should have talked about this earlier when we were doing actual analysis, so sorry for those who probably tuned out during the gambling section. These two teams are kind of like a rock and a hard place meeting each other, right? The Chiefs start fast, and the 49ers do not. So odds are the Chiefs will jump out to an early lead. Maybe even a 2-score lead in the first half. The 49ers this year have been blowing teams away in the second half. However, the Chiefs have, on average for the whole season, given up 7 points a game in the second half. And in the playoffs against the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Ravens, they have given up a total of 3 points in the second half combined. So that second half where the Niners make their adjustments and go on a roll, and the Chiefs are also, at least their defense is very good at going on a roll. The Chiefs' offense in the second half is putrid, and that's going to be a problem.
What is putrid?
Bad. Very bad.
I ain't never
Rotten.
heard that word.
That's such a good – I love that word.
It's a good word.
It's such a good word.
So, for your 49ers fans, I think the 49ers are going to be the team that's the most likely to be live betting them. But if the Chiefs do go down 7-0 or whatever, or even 3-0, and you're trying to take Chiefs money line, because right now Chiefs at only plus 110 is not really the best odds on the money line.
At about plus 140 if they go down 7-0, plus 150.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, about this
Chiefs
49ers.
First and go 3 and out or something, and then the 49ers score, then it'll probably be about plus 160, plus 170, and you hammer that.
Here's the thing about, I know that you weren't saying this is for sure going to happen, but if the 49ers go down 2 scores against, or 2 touchdowns, I'll say, against Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, I would not be feeling good about myself as a 49er. I know that they make good
I wouldn't either.
I'm not sure we trust Purdy yet still.
Hey, he might be the 10th best player on that team, but there's 90 quarterbacks in the NFL better than Cam Newton.
I am that was funny.
That was one of the best lines ever.
I am slightly tempted to take Brock Purdy over half a interception.
I almost added that into that parlay, Austin, and I clicked it in it, And I sat there looking at my board for a good 20 minutes, just staring at it. And I X'd out of it. And then now that you say that, it makes me feel terrible.
Teams have gotten a lot of pressure on him recently, and the Chiefs need to keep that up.
The only thing with Purdy is he gets into conservative mode almost, where he doesn't do anything remotely risky.
Well, and the way
And
that
it's worked
Shanahan's
for him so
offense,
far.
the way the Niners offense is set up, if Purdy has time, someone will be wide
yeah.
open.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be probably the whole game.
Against Detroit, though, he did drop some dimes.
He did. I mean, Purdy is amazing. He's a very good quarterback. If he has the time to throw the ball. But that's every quarterback, right? If a quarterback doesn't have time, then he's in trouble.
I think we would all agree on this. Maybe. I think we would. But I truly do get annoyed when I listen to he's just a system quarterback. Well, it's not true, first off. But also what's the problem with being in a good system?
I was to say also, I mean, sure, that is true. He's not going to be good in the Lamar Jackson scramble offense.
That's why you draft certain people.
Yeah, that's why you draft guys that fit the system that you want to run.
That's why you have a coach that creates the system.
Like, if you're the Atlanta Falcons, maybe you don't draft Bijan in the first round if your system is not going to use him at all.
Now you have a whole new.
And then maybe you still have a job.
That's what I don't ever get. I'm like, everyone is a system player. Like this is the point of every team has 200 bazillion scout guys. What are they scouting for? They're scouting, is this guy good, and does he fit our scheme and what we do? If not,
that's like when they use game manager as an insult. I'm like, okay, so he doesn't throw interceptions and he manages the game. That sounds like what you want a quarterback to do.
But it's funny. I think it is funny because a lot of the media or whatever does use those as an insult. Except for now that Patrick Mahomes has become a game manager, you'll hear Danny O and all these guys now, and like Greenberg praising his evolution into. Well, now he doesn't have like Mahomes and the offense against the Ravens in the second half were terrible. The offense was terrible in the second half, but Mahomes getting all this praise of just like, well, he knew that the defense had him, so he was just playing like within himself and conservative, which is good, right? He didn't force something and turn the ball over. That's a good thing. But also, like, we went 3 and out a lot, which is not a good thing. So
4 years ago, they would have been saying, "Oh, is he going to be able to win the big one?
Yeah.
Can a game manager win the big one?"
Austin,
we know game managers can win the big one. Tom Brady won 7 of them.
Russell Wilson.
Did it hurt your heart to see Danny O slinging the pill like he was in the old? Did you see the video of him slinging the pill at the quarterback challenge?
Pat McAfee's the most athletic thing he's ever done in his life.
That did not hurt my heart at all. I think it would have been hilarious if they would have drawn like an end zone and had him run out the back of it. I like some things that Dan Orlovsky does. I hate a lot of the other ones. But
like Dan Orlovsky.
He's fine.
He's a dummy.
He's fine. He's not the worst. He's fine. He's better. Oh, the worst part about this Super Bowl is listening to Tony Romo.
Did you hear what he said the other day? He said, "I get way more compliments than anything else when I'm out on the street."
I guarantee you that Tony Romo, just all he does is praise the 49ers all day.
Jim.
They didn't have a broadcast. They didn't have a broadcaster because Greg Olsen not getting to be the number one is going to.
I think that if
crime.
CBS was smart, this is the easy one. Tom Brady goes to Fox, fire Romo, bring in Greg Olsen.
Is it? I mean, do executives not like Greg Olsen? Because it seems like everyone's on the same page.
No, they do, but he works for Fox.
They do, but they want Tom Brady more just for the clicks of Tom Brady.
I think I would rather Greg Olsen at this rate, and Tom Brady might be great, but Greg Olsen is very good.
I think Greg Olsen will be way better than Tom Brady, but he's 30.
Next year's Super Bowl is going to be ridiculous. We're going to have a first-year commentator doing the Super Bowl. Tom Brady has literally never commentated before, and he will be commentating the Super Bowl.
He may be the worst commentator of all time, too. We just don't know yet.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. But
we got to listen to Tony Romo this year and possibly a piss poor Tom Brady.
Ooh, is that a bet that we can take? What is Tony Romo's blood alcohol content at kickoff.
They should make him breathalyze at kickoff.
Breathalyze.
That'd be good.
Let's
Do you think they're trying to get
drunk.
Jim Nance to quit his job or something? Is that why they keep doing this to that poor guy?
I think Jim Nance is about done.
Well, Tony Romo is probably part of the problem.
Yeah, Jim Nance is probably going to just go do golf.
Yeah, same with it's like Vernon Lundquist. You just go to the Masters.
Yeah.
Yep. I wouldn't blame him if I had to sit next to Tony Romo.
Hey, who's doing the national anthem?
Reba.
Reba McEntire?
Yep.
Is it really?
Yeah.
How do I not
Oh,
see a
I
thing
think
for
Chris
over under on
Stapleton should have
that?
gotten a full-time job doing the national anthem after last year.
Well, it's Reba.
That was by far the greatest. Post Malone's doing some other song.
Oh, he's doing America the Beautiful?
He's doing America the Beautiful.
Post Malone's doing the Black national anthem.
Oh, I
No.
forgot that they'll do that.
Is that
Post
what is the
Malone's
Black
doing
national
America
anthem?
the Beautiful. That's not the Black national anthem.
I was going to say, definitely
That's
would
pretty
be
funny.
a
Post Malone was doing the Black national
That
anthem.
would
say,
be that would be pretty funny. A guy
That would
that's
be a
putting out
weird
country
choice.
album.
All the Super Bowl executives thought he was black, and he walks out and it's just this white dude with face tats all over him.
Probably wearing assless chaps or something too.
All right, let's wrap it up. When we get
I'd
to the
like
part
to
where
be
we talk
drunk
about
with Post
assless,
Malone. That's
assless
probably a good
chaps, it's
time.
probably time to end this.
No joke. Wait. There's a bet.
Will
Number
Donald
of
Trump?
times- Number of times Taylor Swift shown on Super Bowl broadcast.
What's the over under at?
Is it the time or the number of times?
No, number of times. But no joke. This is your option. It gives you one
6.5.
option. It's a guaranteed win.
I saw this.
Minus 10,000. Too many times, more than once. That's the only option on the bet.
It is. Hey, scroll down to the bottom of that bet board. Scroll to the very bottom and see what kind of.
The people
Taylor
bothered by
Swift to write a song about Travis Kelce in 2024.
Oh, it doesn't
She
have
just
the.
announced she's
new
releasing a
album.
It doesn't have the options for president of the United
Oh,
States.
who
for
will
some reason.
Travis Kelce endorse for president in 2024?
Is he gonna say it after the game or what?
This says.
Oh,
it
no,
says
there-
no
This
Yeah.
is brought to you by
November.
Pfizer and the Democrat Party. Joe Biden.
No,
president,
some
2024.
right-wing people have decided that the NFL is scripted so that the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl, and then Taylor Swift will walk onto the stage afterwards and endorse Biden for president. So they're concerned and they want to boycott the Super Bowl because I think that Taylor is going to endorse Biden on national TV.
Yeah, I'm sure.
She endorsed him last time, but
Gonna be on the TV screen being like, "Vote for Biden, everybody."
I bet she will endorse him, but she's not going to take that moment at the Super Bowl to be like, hey, y'all, I know my boyfriend just won the Super Bowl. Vote Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
People
I'm
have
gonna go
way
ahead
too
and
much
put money
time on their
for
hands to
Travis
hang
Kelce
stuff up like
to endorse Joe Biden.
No, I think he's gonna endorse Gary Johnson. Is he in it?
Nope, he's not.
Whoever's got his vaccine, he'll endorse them.
Yeah, Mr. Pfizer. I bet he hadn't
Things
even
at
got
once,
the
baby.
vaccine.
All right.
Oh, never mind.
No, I was going to end the podcast. So if you want to say something, then you
Nah,
better say
that'll
it now.
be great. We hadn't really spoke about coaching. I know Super Bowl, but about some people getting left out of a coaching search. It just pains me.
Yeah, it's weird. Belichick and Vrabel not going to be head coaches.
Did y'all see the report today that they were saying that Vrabel is too big of a man, that he intimidated the executives of the team? It was like a legitimate report. They literally said like the people doing the hiring were intimidated by him.
I want my head coach to have a big old hog and show it off to people. So come on down to New Orleans.
Dan Campbell.
Hey, did you see that the Jameis Winston interview on Part of My Take?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Jameis
He's an
Winston is the greatest human on the planet.
He is. He is.
That
I
dude
wish
is
he was
awesome.
just. I just wish he was good at football. Because could you imagine that guy and good at football? It would be.
I want the Falcons to sign him. I'm all about that. I don't want the Cowboys to sign him. I want the Falcons to sign him.
I love Jameis Winston.
Jameis is awesome.
He might be my spirit animal. But
He literally said that I wish I played more Madden so I could have visualized the Super Bowl. win.
yeah,
There you go.
And then he said, "Do you see my last name? It starts with WINS. Wins."
What a dingbat.
That dude is. I don't know what happened to him, but he didn't get CTE from the NFL. He's had CTE his whole life.
He's just an idiot.
Yeah, he's just dumb.
He might be on the spectrum.
He's hilarious though.
I love it. Oh, you know who should sign him is the Miami Dolphins. Get him and McDaniel together. Oh my gosh.
Both of them dubs.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, his comments about that too were funny. He's like talking about the alphabet soup, and then he was like, "I think it got a little weird when I started actually eating the W."
He is self-aware though. I'll give him
He's
that.
very self-aware.
I love that guy. No, but I just like. Okay, I'm sorry, but the Saints. You can't tell me that Dennis Allen is better than, which Mickey Loomis proved to be. He's just a dipshit, but Vrabel is definitely a better option than Dennis Allen. If you want a defensive-minded guy, I will take Mike Vrabel over Dennis Allen any day of the week.
The whole coaching thing was bizarre to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird for sure.
Belichick's gonna be somewhere.
I started thinking maybe Belichick would enjoy the year off and not ever coach again, but then you hear like Michael Lombardi talking. That ain't happening.
No, he wants the win record.
What's the 15 wins? If he got the 15 wins, he'd be totally happy to be at home, probably.
True. Unfortunately,
Also, he'll probably. I bet he steps in for someone like mid-year next year.
That could very easily happen.
Dennis Allen would be nice to be stepped in for.
Well, if you lose a couple games at the beginning of the year, it might happen.
Let's re-sign Jameis, throw him out there, and see what happens.
All right, we got to get out of here.
All right, gents.
We'll see y'all next week. Is going to be interesting. We're going to see how podcasting goes because I will be on top of a mountain. So we're going to it's going to happen. There will be a Super Bowl podcast, win or lose, for the Kansas City Chiefs. I just don't know what day it's going to be.
How's our betting shakeup? What happened?
I'm pretty sure you're winning.
So what is this week going off of?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right.
No one can catch you anyway, so there you go. You win.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Shane, you went 3-0 like 4 weeks in a row at the end.
I know. I hit a streak.
Dominated.
That's why this plus 1700 is too good to be true. It's
when you're hot, you're hot.
When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're due.
Due.
That's how it goes. So there you go. Shane wins. Blake loses. We will. Yeah, we will. You know what? That's the parody of this podcast. We like to keep it interesting.
I went from worst to first.
We will see y'all post Super Bowl.
I'm putting
as always
stupid bets down.
Yeah, as always. You know, it's the Super Bowl, so you know, have a little fun with the gambling, but please gamble responsibly and make good choices out there, everybody. We will see y'all next week.